I'll bleed, I'll give the better part of me. Be free, break free, release, destroy the enemy. Just breathe. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power. I get the one. Pushes it in.
Oh, he's got another one! He's got another one!
Oh, wow! As that ball bounces across the middle, he is onside.
Strong last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Let's go. Hey, when we get the ball back, punish them.
Now place your bets on heaven. Your choice, your fall, your prison. Make no mistake, I'm your friend. Made from the clouds of 1,000 giants. I am a little ninja. Ain't no
In traffic with the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
raise your flag or even the score. Take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free now. Let it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you. Pick a number.
Bassel with a block downfield. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm.
Hope wins! An unbelievable comeback by the Dutch!
He turns in a charm off. 1 second. And live from DeVos Fieldhouse, we got meaningful basketball here on this Wednesday night. Just 2 games left in the MIAA, and Hope College taking on Albion for what seems like a pretty important game here. Casey Rutledge alongside Matt Wayner, and what a fun one we have here. So let's talk first here, Casey. First, hey, glad to have you.
Yeah, happy to be here.
A shout out to everybody that's listening. I know sometimes it's Lucas Shelton next to me. He's down in Waco, Texas right now. I was texting him, he said, hey, I got 80 and sunny right now, so I'm doing good. So shout out, Lucas. Hope you're doing well. Our other broadcast partner, Mike Coleman, he's up north. Wishing him the best. Glad he's tuning in as well. But let's talk about what we have at stake here tonight. Hope College right now in that second place in the MIAA. The first seed is all wrapped up. That's Trine at 15-0. So the MIAA tournament will be on the road in Angola, Indiana. Hey, hats off to Trine. What a fantastic season they've had at 15-0. They're number 20 in the country right now. Hope College, a little bit better of an RPI right now in the rankings. They're number 11, but they have that loss to Trine and that road loss to Albion earlier, so that makes this game really important. For Hope, Casey, we got, if they win this game, they lock up the 2 seed. Saturday's game doesn't even matter, and they will be on the road next Friday in Angola. For Albion, though, they have the 3 seed at stake as well, so they want to win this one.
Yeah, there's probably not been many times in Coach Morehouse's history where the outcome has been settled before the season has, with him and his team not in first place. And to your point, it's been a great season for Hope at 20-3, 12-2, and a top 12, top 11 team in the country. So just a bit of a challenge in the MIAA at the very top. So, but still plenty to play for, Matt. I think a rare moment for Hope to avenge a loss earlier in the season against Albion.
Yeah, let's go back, Casey. Let's talk about that game specifically. So this is a game where Hope, on the road, they lose in overtime 54-60. And in that one, Hope just 29% from the field, 21% from three. And how about this one? 9 of 16 at the free throw line. I'm sure Coach Morehouse wishes that one wasn't even on the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, you'll hear it time and time again with coaches to say how important it is to win at home, because going on the road, I mean, sometimes it's a midweek long bus ride, 2.5 hour plus bus ride where you have to go shake the cobwebs off, and keep in mind they all went to school before that, right? A full day of school. So it's important to win the ones at home. It is such a challenge in general to play, to play your best on the road. And they took one on the chin. It wasn't overtime in a 6-point loss, like you had said. But I like the opportunity for the Flying Dutch to bounce back today.
Completely agree. Albion out-rebounded Hope in that game 43-41, and Hope had 14 turnovers. Very uncharacteristic of this team. It's only averaging 10.5 turnovers a game. Now you also flip that Truella on the other side. Megan Truella, I mean, we could do a whole book on her before the game starts. 24 points, 3 rebounds in that game. She has been efficient. She has been awesome. She's almost 21 points a game, and I am very curious to see at the end of it all if she's the one hoisting up that MIAA Player of the Year trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she, the junior has experience, but she's done it really effectively, over 50% from the field, 3-point percentage at 35%. So I wouldn't consider her to be an elite 3-point shooter, but very, very close to doing that. You have to keep your wits about you and be very well aware when she has the ball at the perimeter too. Like you said, 24 points the first time around. Hope's going to have their handful.
Ava Guilford added in 19. They're kind of that 1-2 punch. How about Truella? 35 minutes a game. Guilford leads the MIAA in 37 minutes a game.
That's crazy.
So,
real mileage.
Coach Doreen Carden in her 25th season. I know her and Coach Morehouse have had a relationship for a long time. They've seen each other plenty of times.
Yeah.
So here in this one on home court, we got a lot at stake, and I'm excited to see what we have here at play. So with that, we're wrapping up here the pregame. We'll send it over to Darren Deismars here. He's going to have the national anthem, as he does such a fantastic job here, as well as those starting lineups here on the Anchor Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, if so desired, please join me in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA contest between the Britons of Albion College and your Hope College Flying Dutch. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Britons at 1 forward, a 5'8" senior from East Lansing, number 4, Peyton Baker. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10" senior from Byron Center, number 25, Sydney Viss. At 1 forward for the Britons, a 5'6" sophomore from Hazlitt, number 10, Ashley Hawes. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6'1" sophomore from Hudsonville, number 34, Maddie Petrulia. Starting at center for the Britons, a 6'2" junior from Burton, number 25, Anna Honan. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'2" sophomore from DeWitt, number 20, Leah Richards. At 1 guard for the Britons, a 5'5" sophomore from Muskegon, number 3, Kalia Cook. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutch, a 6' sophomore from DeWitt, number 10, Anna Richards. And at the final guard spot for the Britons, a 5'7" junior from Houghton, number 5, Megan Truella. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'8" junior from Grand Rapids, number 22, Taryn Maynard. Albion College is coached by Doreen Carden. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials for this evening, Tom Berry, Tim Swain, and Christina Mapp.
Casey Rutledge alongside Matt Wayner in CR. We didn't have a chance to talk much about Hope in the pregame. What have you seen from them, and what do you know about this team that's historically been awesome, and with 4 players averaging double digits?
Yeah, it's balance, and that's what Coach Morehouse does best. I think not only in balance, though, you have, for the first time in a long time, you have youth. You certainly have youth. Normally you're seeing that come off the bench for the Flying Dutch, but this year it's taking over the starting lineup, just one starter in Sydney Viss. Experience possibly lacking, but it's a bunch of, group of girls who in a pedigree in a program that's been there before.
You have 2 Richards sisters that started every game last year. I guess Leah came in about halfway through the year. Anna started from the get-go as a freshman. Maynard here just heading up that offense. She had plenty of opportunity last year as well. And then Petrulia has been that bright, shining star. How about her scorching hot 51 of 111 from 3 this year? Hope starts with the basketball. Viss, right side. Trying to get it down to future All-MIAA conference player, and
that's a good look.
Maynard couldn't get that one to go. How do you like that? Trying to get that down to the big, opens up an opportunity there. And Albion moving the other way. That's a quick 2. That one's going to be made by Kalia Cook, the sophomore. Left side, here's Viss. Trying to go to work here on Albion. Like we said, that field goal efficiency was the big issue the first time around against the Brits. Viss.
Man. Those are 2 really high quality looks, and I think both of them were halfway down, just no luck.
Yeah, you're going to take that when you can. Hope here, 0 for 2 so far. Guilford just gives it up. Guilford now has that starting point guard, leads the MIAA in assist to turnover ratio. Yeah, really good pass there.
And it looked like Baker had Cook in the wing here, and you saw a quick hesitation. I think that was actually the difference between her getting the layup off clean underneath with this and not. Either way, she's rewarded with the trip to the line.
This Albion offense pretty consistently 3rd best offense in the MIAA. Of course, Hope and Trine up there at the top. Free throw shooting's been okay so far this year, but they make the first one.
Albion has a chance. This will be the first time in over 2 decades that they could have a season sweep of Hope.
Second one is good as well for Peyton Baker.
No doubt for Baker, 81% on the year.
Baker kind of plays that 3rd musketeer to Guilford and Truella, both of them taking the majority of shots. Ooh, Petrulia, that's good. And something you're going to love, Casey, when you see Petrulia's game, it's just so balanced. She has a lot of different ways she can score. We talked about that three-point shooting, but there's just so many ways she's able to get open.
Yeah, and 27 2 games ago against Hardin Simmons.
Lucas and I were here, watched her absolutely on fire. 6 of 9 from 3 in that one.
It's a very fundamental, in rhythm jump shot from her. Here it is, quick release. Man, I love the confidence.
It looks really good. And that's something we didn't see as much last year in her freshman campaign. And one. You've got to love Leah Richards down there when she gets to her spot. She's been great on the glass all year, but I love to see her get more aggressive. Earlier in the season, she was more like 15 a game.
Yeah.
It's come back down to earth because other teams done a really good job and she gets the old-fashioned three-point play there.
Well, she had 18 rebounds 2 games ago against Hardin Simmons, and it's been a cold month of February for Richards, but I mean, like you said, off to a really good start and still averaging in double digits.
Great D by Hope. That's why they're the best in the MIAA on defense.
Defense to offense, yeah.
Defense to offense. This team forces 20 turnovers a game, CR. How about that for Elite? Left side, Guilford. It's up and here on this Ash Wednesday, you see both the Brits and Hope College on another turnover. Hope College players and Albion players sporting the ash on their forehead. Petrolia.
Yeah.
You love that, don't you?
I mean, that'll play at any level. She just, her awareness on the court, she's a step behind the long three-point line. Her feet are her feet are ready to shoot. There's almost no thought in that release. It's catch and ready to go.
You can see why she was a D1 player 2 years ago, and you see the skill set. And to be honest with you, CR, it's just been a matter of confidence. She found in the last 2 months in a way that has felt like she's really coming in her own, and I expect a dominant season next year from Maddie Petrolia.
Only a sophomore.
How about this team with their senior that comes off the bench? I mean, you have a lot of experience coaching the game. You got a senior coming in right now, Lauren Leach, coming in this game. She plays about 17 a game. Any other team in the MIAA, she is the starter.
Sure. First one off the bench.
She's coming off the bench, and you're going to see defense to offense. Look at her fighting for that board right there. The way she impacts the game. Here's Truella. She hasn't gotten going yet. Gives it up and stolen by Leach. That's what she does. Comes in off the bench, immediate impact. Gives it up. Anna thought about it. Back to Leach. Trying to give it up. Gives it to Anna Richards for 2. Yes.
Yeah,
that team basketball.
Yeah, Hope is really in rhythm. That's a 6-point lead. It feels like it could be even more the way that Albion's, lacking care for the basketball. 10-4 with 6 to play in the first.
Coach Carden's going to take a timeout. We will too here on the Anchor Network.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget, Louie the Lightkeeper, to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Here in the broadcast, and a shout out to all our listeners around the country. I know we got folks up north in Leland, Michigan. We got folks down in Schaumburg, Illinois. We got folks down in Waco, Texas here on this broadcast of some MIAA action. And there's Megan Truella, as you see on your TV screen right now. Case not yet getting going, just under 21 points per game, and Coach Morehouse is doing everything to make things harder. How about the senior Leach? It's going to be guarding her right now. Guilford trying to give it up.
Albion's only had 1 field goal attempt. 1 field goal attempt, 5 turnovers.
That's what that Hope defense does to you. Here's that second group coming in with a couple of starters. Blasey just checked in for Leah Richards. There's Truella up and under. That's pretty.
That's a good move. It's patience. A guard with post footwork can put a defensive player in a tough spot.
It's comfortable. It's hard for her when sometimes it's the only option. And you'll see that here down the stretch as she's going to play 35 minutes today. Here's Maynard trying to go to work on Guilford. Petrolia gives it up.
Yeah.
Ill-advised pass down, stolen by Truella. Knifing through, Truella can't get it to go. Rebound to Anna Richards' hands. CR, what is it about Hope? I mean, we talked about the 20 turnovers, but when you think about a team that forces that many, how does that give you confidence on the other end of the court as Maynard gets one in?
It just, I mean, points off turnovers are points almost unaccounted for, right? Sometimes shooting can be, or your offensive sets can be hard enough, but when you're getting fast break opportunities, it's just the easiest way to score in the game.
See those subs in there for Albion. Oh, and that's Anna Hannen. She's a transfer. Last season, she was on Olivet case, and she had a good freshman season. She's over here at Albion now in a starting role. She was coming off the bench last year for Olivet. So Josie DeSmit checks back in. Talk about experience. I mean, you and I were saying, how about a young team for Coach Morehouse? DeSmit, the freshman. Her sister Casey was awesome here, national champion in 22. Josie, she is not a victim of the moment. She's going to be really comfortable today. Anna taking that ball screen from Leach. Gives it up. Leach thought about it, guarded by Truella. Gets it down to Blasey. Blasey going to work. Can't get it to go. Rebound. That's really good defense right there by Alexis Trine.
It looked like Blasey was just going to have too much size. I think she lost her balance there on the low block. Look at this trap on the guard.
What are things you see? I mean, when you think about Megan Truella, somebody, she's going to take a lot of shots today. She will be efficient, but what's advice for a young player when you think about Case, like being able to give that up and find opportunities for other players to get open?
I mean, well, let's see if they can get a shot off for starters. Man, suffocating defense.
That's what Hope
It's just
does.
a very active, in-your-face first quarter defensively for Hope, and it's, you know, it's sort of the idea in a fight. It's, you know, coming out of the gate swinging, and you land a couple of jabs early, and now the game plan and sort of the comfort for the opposition just isn't there. I think if you're Albion, you have to be able to kind of slow things down a little bit, pass with more intention and more conviction instead of just dribbling with nowhere to go.
No love lost between these two programs. As Coach Card and Coach Morehouse played against each other plenty of times, and see the competitive nature in both their programs and the way they've stamped it. Here's Richards going to work. High ball screen from Blasey. Kick out. There's Brunsberg in there now. Trying to get open. Good defensive possession right now by Albion. Richards, step back.
Oh, boy.
Off the mark, Blasey rebound. It's blocked right there. That block's going to be by MIAA. Going the other way, Peyton Baker, and they're going to say off the hands of Hope. Leah checks back in for Blasey. Bailey Stewart as well, the freshman. Man, just the way these freshmen develop so well. It feels like just yesterday we saw Sid Viss as a freshman come in on this court, hitting three-pointers, playing 15 minutes a game. Bailey Stewart right in those same shoes right now. Guilford gives it up, left side, Baker. Driving, nice take.
Yeah, there's definitely openings. The middle is a little soft for Hope right now, and as long as Albion can, you know, find action in the, or that's what's happening, is they're finding action in the paint, trim the lead to 4.
I'm curious here, Hope done a lot of high ball screen actions here. Wonder if they're seeing a mismatch, able to try to just get to the bucket, and there's Leach using her strength. Fighting through it. And a rebound by Truella. Stolen by Stewart. You can see the frustration on Truella's face right now.
And things are physical.
Physical, and they're letting them play. I thought there was a foul on that possession.
It's been a pretty, you kind of, in the first quarter, you're kind of just feeling each other out, and I credit the officials. They're letting sort of the game take care of itself.
The other game here on the women's side will be Score Watch and CR is this Calvin-Alma game. Calvin up to an early 13-9 lead. If Calvin's able to win that one, that kind of affects things for Albion as well, considering they just have one game up. So if they lose, it all but pretty much secures Albion in that 3-seed spot. Here's Viss going to work here with her physicality. She's done it for 4 years. Why not now?
Good control. Way to get out on the break.
It's like clockwork. It's a really nice gift to have a senior in Viss who you have 4 players averaging double digits, and you can say, Viss, you don't need to score every possession, but when we need you to, she does. You know. There's a 3-point try and an air ball. That one taken by Skirka, freshman from Coldwater.
It's the first 3 attempted by Albion of the game.
Balanced scoring attack so far from Hope. Petrolia's got 5. Richards with 3 and a host of Dutchman with 2. Viss left side, trying to go to work. Gives it up, kick out. Maynard 3, deep. Leah gets the offensive rebound. That's just, you can't, if you're Albion, can't give up that offensive rebound. But Albion bailed out there, so they get the ball here, down 6.
Hope is getting, they're getting quality looks. I think there's a real world that this game feels closer to like 22-8 than it does 14-8. I think if you're Coach Morehouse, trust it, stick with it.
I agree, and I know that that's also the frustration of this coaching staff, because they see it. You see that top 10 in the country potential. You see their ability to absolutely decimate teams for 4 minutes at a time, and then it seems to just not be able to happen for more than that in the quarter, as you saw. For those first 5 minutes in this quarter, Viss 3 off the mark, off the hands of Guilford. They're also going to get a foul on Guilford. When they put it together for a whole quarter, man, they are dangerous. We saw that against Hardin Simmons. You had a career high in rebounds from Leah Richards with 18, as you said, and a career high in points from Petrolia with 27. They put it together against a top 25 team for 40 minutes, and it looked really good. Ball in, almost stolen by Guilford, batted out of bounds. And stolen by Guilford, going the other way. Ooh, and Maynard gets a hand on it. Baker sets up for 3, air ball. Rebound by Truella, fighting around, and Hope gets it, going the other way. Maynard gives it up, left side. Anna thought about a 3. Petrolia will, why not? With a hand in her face.
Yeah, it's, I think you use this example in baseball, right? Where it just sounds different when off the bat, when you have like a big leaguer in the cage. It just looks different.
Right. I agree. It feels like every time the ball goes up, it's going down. Time expiring, Guilford 3, air ball. Albion with 3 air balls that quarter, and the Hope crowd is letting them have it. That looks like the entire Hope baseball team over there. They're standing up in unison for that air ball. 17-8 here, CR. We'll take a look at the stat sheet. We'll get some score updates around the MIAA. We'll be back here on the Anchor Network.
Welcome to Car Center. We're an automotive collision repair company with multiple locations throughout West Michigan. We take care of your car and all the details so that you can focus on what matters the most.
Creating quality repairs today is much more complex. That's why we have set standards that make sure everything is done with precision and quality. So when our job is done, your vehicle is back to pre-accident condition and meets manufacturer warranties.
Fixing cars is our job, but helping people, that's our business.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
The Day of Giving with Hope College is back this Thursday and Friday. You have the chance to give to what you love for 36 hours. Consider making a gift, the Orange and Blue Fund, to support student athletes here at Hope College at hope.edu/give-to-hope. Back here on the court, 17-8. It's the Hope College lead. And around the MIAA, what you got for us, CR, as we look over at that men's game? I know on the women's side, Calvin pulling away here early, 18-9 on Alma. But that men's game, we have big stakes for Hope versus Albion right now on the road.
8 minutes to go in the first half, 18-all. Deadlock.
Big game. We'll be keeping up to date on that as that ball is batted out of bounds by Maynard. As we know what's at stake there, CR. I know I was talking to Mike Coleman here earlier, as well as Coach Mitchell. Hope wins that one. That makes Saturday's game against Calvin for the MIAA. If they can't, it's going to put them in a weird mix of a 2 or 3 seed, most likely. Truella forces one. Hope is all over Truella right now. Maynard going the other way. Gives it up to Viss. Viss gets the ball down to Leah. Leah just attacking the basket.
Yeah, good move. Good move. But I like that Viss fed that ball perfectly into the post. It starts with that assist.
How about Hope right now, this balanced scoring attack? Petrolia leads all scorers with 8. Baker's thinking about it. Puts it up. Bang, bang.
Albion needed one.
They needed that like air because Hope's up 8 here at home. Maynard left side. Guilford's going to let her shoot that 3 if she wants. Petrolia, that's too easy. Too deep. Way too deep underneath the basket, CR. Well-rounded game. She's in double figures already, averages 11 on the season. Guilford gives it up, gives it to Baker. Truella just 2 points so far. Hope forces another turnover. Just like that. How about Albion? 11 turnovers, 12 minutes into this basketball game.
Yeah, that explains the deficit alone, but it's something that Coach Doreen Cardin's going to have to instill, because things could get out of hand really quickly if Albion continues to turn the ball over at this rate.
It was one thing we didn't talk much about in the pregame case, but Albion gets a lot of assists. They're almost 15 assists a game. They turn the ball over 16 times a game. So it's never been something that they've done well. They've just seemed to kind of been able to make it through the MIAA because of scoring. So when they're scoring over 70 a game, it hasn't seemed to matter.
Well, and that's a product of an up-tempo offense with more possessions in general. It's the risk you run.
Maynard, one of those has to go, right? And just Hope continues to get offensive rebounds. They have 5 now. Story of the game so far, Case. How about Hope College up 21-11, and they have 15 points off turnovers.
Yeah.
Where Albion 0.
Good hands. Yeah. Leah Richards has just a good nose for the basketball. She's always, so far in today's game, and she's always failing toward the rim. At her size, I think she has good touch around the rim. She's a 70+% free throw shooter. If you're going to make any mistake and do so physically, do that toward the rim, get to the free throw line. You're hard to block. I think the start to this game for Leah Richardson, whether it's showing on the stat sheet or not, she makes them both, but it's been a good start for her.
Yeah, in case I see shades of, if you're a Hope fan, you've been with us a long time, shades of Olivia Voskuhl in there.
Yeah, sure.
From that 22 team. The size, the touch around the rim, the length on defense, the ability to block shots. I'm so impressed with Leah's ability to block shots, and outside of that, I got to talk to her on Saturday. I ran into her at the coffee shop. We were talking about the season. Couldn't be more of a pleasure to speak to, and there's a three-pointer. But that one by Niall, sophomore from Wyoming. Yeah, Leah, just couldn't be more of a pleasure. Her and her sister, fantastic humans. Brunsburg, I'll join the party.
Yeah, water's warm.
Another embarrassment of riches. Brunsburg and Leach, they would be starters anywhere else in the MIAA. And how about another turnover by Albion?
Just one hand. Oh, yeah.
It's really nice.
I think Hope's size and length too is bothering Albion, especially on the break, in the way in passing lanes. This is a long Hope team.
And you can tell, I mean, we've talked about trying, as we're going to get the block call. They're going to get that on Maynard. That's Maynard's first. Let's see. Her feet looked on the ground. Maybe she was inside the circle. I don't know if we can see that one again. But Case, I mean, you look at Trine. So Trine and Hope, heads above the rest. Trine's only giving up 48 points a game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hope's giving up 53. And then you got in third, Calvin's giving up 65. So, I mean, Hope and Trine are just so much better defensively than everybody else in conference.
Good
That's why they were so dominant. Blasey gets away with a travel.
Yep.
Nope, they got it.
Yeah, I mean, part of the ability defensively for Hope is that they do go so deep. Sort of a revolving door. You're not getting tired, and your opponent is, and fresh legs sort of feed that opportunity defensively.
DeSmith, the freshman guarding Guilford, she's come on as of late. How about 13, 6, and 7 in her last 3 games? Getting more and more comfortable. And all she's got is time. Truella, not her day. She's got 2 here, 15 minutes in. DeSmith gives it up, out to Brunsburg. Shoot that, Chloe. To the basket, nice dish to Blasey with the left. Off the mark, Anna gets a board.
Relentless.
It's kind of unfortunate too, Case. I mean, every aspect of the game right now, Hope is dominating. They're only up 12. I mean, Albion for sure has a chance if the threes start falling.
But another one.
No.
Richardson. But these are opportunities. I mean, so many opportunities have come off of forced turnovers and then second chance points on offensive rebounds. Hope is just wearing down this Albion team. We see another turnover.
In transition, DeSmith trying to get that picked off by Truella. Going the other way. Baker gets 2.
And this is a Hope team who 4 of the last 5 games have really come down to just a handful of possessions, 2 of those games going into overtime. And so for Hope, I mean, these are games that Hope has had to stay focused. And
wow, nice steal by Guilford.
And finish games.
Completely agree. I mean, especially you talk about the youth and the maturity. That's why you're checking a junior and a senior in there now. Brunsburg gives it up. Anna, 3 points.
I think it's good. Yeah, bottom.
When it's cooking on offense,
yeah,
it's really fun.
I mean, and that's serious range. That's serious range.
Bad pass there by Ava Guilford, and that will be Albion's 14th turnover of the game. Hope dismantling Albion at home, 32-16. We got 3:48 to play. Case, let's stay right here. Let's take a look at the stats in this one, and then we'll go around the MIAA for some of those scores.
Yeah, Hope shooting 43% for the field, and like we said, that's probably this for the quality of looks that they've got. I think it feels like they should probably be closer to 50%, if not above it. But you're 5 of 12 from 3. You've hit your last couple, and you've held Albion to under 38% from the field. They're just 2 of 7 from 3. Neither team really getting to the line. And for Hope, who only has 3 more rebounds than Albion, 7 of them have been offensive rebounds. So when you have missed, you've created second chance opportunities, and you made good on a lot of them. Good enough to be up 16. Like we had said, turnovers, 14 forced turnovers for the Flying Dutch to just 6 for Albion, and points off turnovers 17-2.
It's dominant so far here for Hope on this court. Around the MIAA. Ooh, Alma coming back on Calvin here. We're heading into halftime. Calvin up 25-22 in that one. Like we were saying, Case, so the things at stake, Calvin just 9-4 in conference 9-5 to Albion's 10-4. So that one game behind. If Hope leans onto this one, then Albion needs Calvin to lose so they can slide into that 3 seed. You got an update on that Hope men's game? So here's Viss with strength for 2. Easily.
Hope men's down 30-26 with 3 to go in the first half.
So we got now another turnover by Albion. This one, Bailey Stewart going the other way. Gives it up to Leach. Leach out, Maynard thinks about a 3, driving now on Cook. Wants the and 1 continuation beyond the floor.
I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if Taryn Maynard gets the credit she deserves or not, but I think what's lost, just 6 points a game for her, but I've been really impressed at how she just drives this offense. An easy 2 for her there, but she's oftentimes handling the ball for 80-plus feet, and she can do it with control. She can do it in chaos. She can do it at a high tempo. I like her as a really effective point guard.
Extremely unselfish, and in her junior season, that's a 2 by Cook right there. In her junior season, so you got to see her. She was real close with Jada Garner, all MIAA Player of the Year in her senior campaign last year, but able to play with Garner for 2 years. You can see them work with each other, see the way that both of them head up this offense together. Another turnover. Stewart's going to try and go coast to coast.
But even right there, it's quick hands on the basketball, and it would have been so easy for her to keep that ball and start the break. She doesn't even possess the ball as much as she just dumps it ahead down the court, and it leads to an easy 2.
The 2-sport athlete, Maynard. She'll finish up basketball season and go ahead and get out on the softball field. Start it short. She's a really good athlete. Phenomenal. Jenison product. Can't say enough about her. Able to play with Coach Mativa in high school as well. So she has that relationship. Another one of those Hope players able to have, when I'm able to talk to Taryn, see that as well. You see her personality, see her confidence, and can't say enough about how good this team is.
That's a pretty good take, too.
That's Ain't Nial. Viss gets her own rebound. And put back.
Again, just wearing the Britons down. 40-20 now, just before half.
It's so nice for Viss, like I said, when the pressure's off her. When you have shooters and Richards and Petrolia, what does that say when you're a drive-first guard like her? That you're like, hey, I want to get to the rack, but it's not just my job. There's a 3-point try by Baker there.
Everybody's job is made easier when you're, when you're shooting over 40% from 3 as a team.
You think the Hope men's team could use some of that 3-point shooting? Hey, we still love them. Still love them. We've been critical of them all year on that, but how about them? First in the MIAA, and what a great win on Saturday against Olivet. Leach, her turn. Doesn't get it to go. That was just an awesome game here on the home court. Mike and I called that one case. 68-64, Hope beat Olivet, and they played really well. They were tough.
Yeah, in the driver's seat after sort of an up and down regular or non-conference schedule, they have been so good in the MIAA. Good hands.
Yeah, really good by Leah Richards. What do you see in her game? I know
look at this. Look at this. Coast to coast,
speed.
head up, and it leads to an easy two. But that matters, right? I mean, in an 18 or a 20-point game, it's the foot on the gas pedal.
Those are the things you don't see in the stat sheet. And you can see the model, too, that Coach Morehouse likes. I mean, how about DeSmit, kind of that same mirror, real quick, real strong. When she gets the ball, she pushes it with pace. They want to play with pace. They just want to keep scoring. Turn that defense to offense, like you said. When you see Leah Richards, somebody that kind of has, she has MIAA Player of the Year DNA in her blood. How do you see her continue to develop into a junior and senior?
Yeah, I think it just helps when there's, you know, when you're playing with teammates for multiple years and you can build chemistry and you can sort of work off one another, and that's been something that Coach Morehouse has been able to find in his product for a long time.
Time expiring here for Guilford. Gives it up to Baker. Rebound by Richards. Maynard now. We got 13 seconds till halftime. Hope up 22 here. Last shot, Petrolia with a hand in her face off the mark. Rebound by Neath. Here's Guilford with the right. And Hope leads here at halftime, 42-20. It's been all Dutch so far here in this one. Case Hope, like you said, as we look at the stat sheet here, how can we break down that first half here in the next 30?
I mean, it was just, I mean, defense, and some more defense. Hope completely, from the minute the tip-off happened, it's a team that's engaged, a team that's been working hard, like I said, wearing down the Britons, jumping passing lanes, making things really, really difficult. And the defense that's led to offense on its own could be outscoring Albion. So 42-20, it's been death by, you know, sort of a million cuts for the Flying Dutchman, very balanced, but just a lead that is a product of defense first.
Before we head to halftime, Calvin leads Alma 33-24 on the women's side of things. And once again, the day of giving with Hope College is back this Thursday and Friday. You have the chance to give to what you love for 36 hours. Consider making a gift to the Orange and Blue Hope Funds to support student athletes here at Hope College at hope.edu/give-to-hope. 42-20. Hope College leads. We'll be back in 13 minutes.
Welcome to Car Center. We're an automotive collision repair company with multiple locations throughout West Michigan. We take care of your car and all the details so that you can focus on what matters the most.
Creating quality repairs today is much more complex. That's why we have set standards that make sure everything is done with precision and quality. So when our job is done, your vehicle is back to pre-accident condition and meets manufacturer warranties.
Fixing cars is our job, but helping people, that's our business.
Hello, everybody. My name is Justice Mims, Social Outreach Chair for Black Student Union. And I'm very excited to invite each and every one of you to the 2026 Black History Month Lecture. This is happening Tuesday, February 24th, 3:30 p.m. in the Jack Miller Concert Hall. And we are very excited to invite Dr. Derek Bynes, the Assistant Professor in the Department of Counseling at San Francisco State University. The lecture title is We All We Got, Self and Community Care Are More Than Just Buzzwords. This lecture is free and open to the public, and we were looking forward to celebrating Black History Month with each and every one of you.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louie the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, innovation unleashed.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Some call it naive, others call it foolish. But hope has never been silenced by doubt. Hope is the unquiet heart, stirring, pounding, driving us towards something greater. It leans into what's wrong and lifts up what's right. It teaches, learns, discovers, imagines what could be, and brings it to life. Hope has to start somewhere. Why not here? Why not now? Why not us? The daring ones. Those who provoke possible, trigger curiosity, and incite joy. For us, hope is more than a word. It's a force, and we are its humble ambassadors. From the beginning to now, we don't just believe in hope, we dare to live it. Hope College, dare to hope.
Hello, and welcome to Hope College. Here at Hope, we believe in the power of a broad liberal arts education where learning is not confined to the classroom. Our students get plenty of personal attention and can participate in many creative activities. At Hope, learning doesn't just prepare you for a degree, it prepares you for life.
Our academics lay the foundation for success, but it's our student life that truly brings the college experience to the next level, offering countless ways to get involved outside of the classroom. Our residential halls offer a strong community with residential assistants here to support students throughout their years of college. Here in downtown Holland, a block away from campus, there are many coffee shops, restaurants, and stores. Holland State Park is a short drive away from campus and is a beautiful place for a sunset in all 4 seasons or a swim early in the school year.
Faith Life at Hope is unique in that it takes a fully invitational approach. Hope College as an institution is decidedly Christian, but invites students of all faith backgrounds to be a part of Faith Life. We hope to see you on campus soon. Bye!
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
As darkness gives way to light, before backpacks are zipped and the first class begins, grateful hands are already at work. Every act seen and unseen is done to bring hope. Bolts tightened, lessons planned, floors mopped, cookies baked, and baked and baked and baked and baked. So many cookies. But these acts are not without purpose. These are the little moments that build hope. Lawns mowed, light bulbs changed, prayers spoken, phones answered, minds challenged, kindness shown. This is how we keep hope moving, with warm smiles, open doors, peace of mind, and a campus that shines. Because within these walls, the next generation of hope bringers is being formed. And it's our privilege to make this place a home they can be proud of. So to all the ones who make this place what it is, thank you. And go hope.
Snap your fingers and I'm on the scene. Come in.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Back here for second half action, Matt Wayner, Casey Rutledge, 42-20. CR couldn't say enough about that dominant first half here from the Dutch. As we head into the second here, forcing 17 turnovers on Albion, turning those into offense.
Yeah, I think with a 22-point lead, a lot of the emphasis is on these first 4 to 6 minutes. And if you can grow that lead, you're going to make life almost impossible, or the outcome almost undeniable. So, Bill, can you push from 22 to 30 and really get under the skin of Albion? But yeah, I mean, a really, really solid, almost flawless first half for Hope.
Talk to me about Megan Truella, just one bucket here. Yeah. What makes that, somebody like her that's such a prolific scorer, first, what is Hope doing that you feel like is making that hard for her? And second, what do you do if you're her when things just aren't getting going?
I think part of it is she's, we've seen a lot of forced turnovers because, there we go, not a bad look. But I think the pace for Albion, this is just not the pace that Albion wants to play at, or it doesn't, they're not handling the pace and the pressure so well. And but Truella just hasn't had an opportunity really to get into any sort of flow, the entire offense, with the amount of turnovers that they've had.
Bounce from Guilford. It's coming into Baker. They're now at the top of the key, trying to get the ball to Hanen. Right side, there's Neop. Neop had a few there in the first half. Hanen up and under. Move. Nice work there on Leah.
Quick, deliberate, good positioning.
Left side, here's Maynard. Gives it up to Leah, trying to force her to shoot that three. On a nice pass down to Leah for two.
Good cut. There we go again, moving toward the basket, not afraid of contact.
Right side, Guilford. Up, Truella's got space, up and under. Looking for the foul there. Transition here. Anna, spin move, jump ball.
I think that's going to stay here.
Stays with Hope College. Had a chance to look at that Hope men's score too. 40-32 at half. Albion leads at Kresge. Albion, a little bit different picture than when Hope beat them by 20 on their home court a couple weeks ago. Now, they're shooting 40% from three, 50 from the field. Little different picture for Hope right now. They got their hands full on the road.
And Albion's such a tough place to play. It's one that I remember calling. I've called a lot of Hope basketball, and that's one. It's always falls on a Wednesday. It's always just a tough place to go. 2+ hour road trip at Kresge.
Petroli gets called for the foul here as we see the replay. See that right hand. Petroli makes the first 80% free throw shooter.
It's a good way to break some offensive struggles too, to try to get to the line.
Maynard heading up offense for Hope. Gives it up to Leah. Leah back to Taryn. Get the ball down to Viss. Viss with strength. Kick out. Back to Viss. Back to the basket for 2. Gets that down, and I know Sid's getting more and more comfortable with that, sometimes fading away from the basket for her. She was able to hit the game winner against Hardin Simmons last Wednesday on the same one.
And that possession always had to go that way with Niall down low. It's just a huge mismatch. And so I like that. You saw the back and forth between Maynard and Viss. It was almost a reset when Maynard got the ball back at the top. It's like, no, this is the matchup we want. We just got to get a different look there. And we'll see Maynard, I'm sure, push the pace here again.
Maynard gets that board. Doesn't matter. She can be the shortest on the court. She's over 3 rebounds a game. She'll stick her nose in there to get one. Anna, top of the key. Viss now driving. Eyes up. Stripped by Guilford, stays here.
That's one of those situations, if we're talking, I mean, I understand this is a 24-point game, but if you're looking for ways to always improve, that's a situation right there where Maynard or somebody off ball has to be communicating to Viss. Viss can't see the defender coming from the blind side, and so you got to give her a heads up.
It's a good coaching tidbit right there from Coach Rutledge.
We always called it Wolf. I don't know, I think that's like pretty standard. When you got a blindside defender, you yell Wolf. And
we had that Wolf play in football, I remember too, on the backside. Foul on Baker.
Albion fouls on number 4, Peyton Baker.
3 players with 10, 1 with 9 in the starting lineup. Just sharing the love.
Richards down, nice pass.
Perfect.
This to Leah.
And again, a breakdown here, but that all is made possible because of the positioning that Viss gets, right? Viss gets the defender on her top side. She's open here. Now that's an easy look at the basket. It forces help side to collapse to challenge. And what happens when that help side comes over is now your other big can stream to the ball 2 feet from the hoop. You pass it over, and it's either going to be, so watch, here's this underneath help, vacate, find something in the middle, late rotation by 12, and it's great 2-man work.
There's the detail behind it from Coach Rutledge. We love that, CR. That's what the fans need. Top of the key. Guilford gives it up. Nia, 3-pointer. Off the mark. Rebound, Petrolia. Maynard driving. Richards, plenty of space. That's her third 3-pointer of the night.
And here's how we talked about pushing that lead, growing that lead now to 28.
And Hope now. How about 4 players with 10 points each? Petrolia, Viss, Richards, and Richards. Those are the 4 that always get to their double digits. And right now, it's all Hope. 52-24 right now at home. Calvin extending the lead on Alma, 46-31. So worst case scenario for Albion here, as they're still got a lot of game left here, down 28. But then the thing you can't control is if Calvin ends up winning that one, that puts Calvin and Albion in a tie for 3rd place, which will make Saturday's game really important for both those teams.
Yeah, down to the bitter end, and I think, it's so common in conference where things come to the very last game and you sort of sit and ask yourself. That's why it's so important to try and stay focused, even in games that, if you're the first team in the MIAA playing the last team, it's always going to come down to what feels like a 1-game outcome that can shift some things, and if nothing else, seeding.
So it does look like, so this is Calvin's last regular season game. So Calvin will be tied, but then Albion has their last game against Adrian on Saturday. Basically, You win, you get the 3 seed. You lose, you get the 4.
Sure.
I don't think either of these teams, they're both basically playing a home game. Hey, winner gets hope, or I'm sorry. 3 seed, you're looking ahead being like, we get hope or we get trying. You got to play them either way. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you really care that much. 3 or 4 seed Leach, 3-pointer off the mark. So I'm not sure it matters that much for them regardless, but I know getting that 2 seed matters because it allows you to have the bye in the first round, so and not play until the semifinal on Friday night next week. Gives you a whole week of rest. It also allows for Hope right now, if they can win this, allows Hope to not need Saturday's win against Trine, understanding all roads lead to Trine in the final. See that replay right here, Case. There's that high ball screen.
It's just a good box out. Smaller player, Peyton Baker, and just fundamental and draws a foul.
Hannen, 15 feet away from the basket. Baker 3. Truella gets the board over Richards, forcing a shot. No good. And she'll get the frustration foul there as well. So the MIAA conference tournament will be at Angola next week. 3 seed and 4 seed will both host games next Wednesday. So even barring whatever happens here on Saturday, if Hope wins this, the 1 and the 2 seed are locked up for those byes. And on the men's side, I mean, there's so much basketball still left. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I could see anybody ending up winning the MIAA. That could be Hope and Olivet tied right now with 1 loss each. I'm sorry, 2 losses each. Nice cut.
Find a way.
In transition now, here's Albion. Truella once again struggling, going the other way. Here's DeSmit. Corner 3, Brunsberg.
Yeah, Albion is, I mean, with Truella is seemingly always scoring 20-plus points, right? She had 24 against Hope the first time around. So to see the way that she's struggled and really just been taken out of this game altogether, I think it is affecting the entire sort of offensive situation for Albion.
Albion just 28 shots so far to Hope's 46. We have under 5 to play with that media timeout. Case now will take a break. 52-24, Hope leads.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
Back at DeVos, Hope with a 28-point lead. Looking at things for the men's team. On the road right now, down 5 at Kresge. It's Mason Brody leads the scoring attack for the men's Albion team with 12, and looks like that's Orion Yant leading scoring for Hope with 12 as well. Case Orion's really come on in the last few weeks. He's been a starter he didn't start the first 7 games this season, started the last 15, 16, and he's really come on as that starting center for Hope, provides a lot of athleticism. I like his game.
Yeah, that was definitely an earned position for him.
Leah, 3-point try off the mark. Rebound by Guilford. Down, nice pass to Hannen, blocked by Leach. Saves it. The effort from the senior, Case. Nice pass, look down to Leah. She'll be at the free throw line. Foul on Hannen.
Leah's so reliable. Her has such good hands catching the ball. I think that even got deflected. We've seen a couple of times where she's able to catch a ball or handle a ball just one-handed. And when you're on a dead sprint on a fast break in traffic, that's the reason why she's able to get a trip to the free throw line.
This and Bailey Stewart checking in now, as well as Katie Blasey, the sophomore. Something Lucas and I talked about, Case, is the addition now of Blasey being able to sub in for Leah. It's been her and Grayson Guy have come in. They usually split about 15 minutes in there, but Leah's right now usually playing 24 minutes a game, so trying to see if they can find a second big that can come in and play those minutes, especially something you need if you want to make a deep tournament run. So let's zoom out for a second, Case. You look at this team, what are things you think they do well in an NCAA tournament game? What are things you think are going to show up that might be negatives?
I haven't had the opportunity to be on the call of too many games, but what my eyes are telling me right now is if this defense is able to travel, you're going to be at a minimum in a lot of basketball games. And I think that's sort of tends to be the nature of things in tournament style basketball, as you see Baker nail an easy 2. But elimination basketball gets a little tighter. It's officiated a little bit more tough. You know, let the players play, and I think that's where defense can show up and dictate things.
This for 3 now.
Yeah, there it is.
Senior.
There it is.
She's got 13 here. 13 in her last home game of the season. Barring Hope being able to host hosting an NCAA tournament game here on March 7th. Brunsburg corner 3. Short. Rebound by Guilford. Stolen by Brunsburg. Going the other way. Strong. I think from what I've seen of this team, to your point, Case, throughout the entirety of this season, the defense has traveled. The defense has shown up in every game. I mean, even against Trine. The matter of the fact is they shoot a lot of threes. And as you see, like in that loss against Albion, when they're not hitting and you go 5 of 23, they lose. You know, same thing against Trine as well, where Trine's defense gave them so many fits. Their size and their guard play, it was a little earlier in the season, so some of their youth wasn't really ready for the seniors that Trine had, but Capuch makes things really hard, and they can stay with Hope. They can stay with Hope's speed. DeSmit, her turn.
But this is why you shoot threes. You can get through the bad stretches and the bad games, because when it's going well, Hope with their 9th 3 of the day.
Yeah, when it's going well. And look around the court. We talked about Petrolia being a 46% three-point shooter. Anna doesn't take that many threes, but she shoots 35%. This is why Hope is leading the MIAA in three-point shooting, why they're one of the best in the country at it. It's something that's
great ball movement.
It's one of those things that they rely upon. That's either going to be, as Coach Cardin's going to take a timeout. We'll stay right here, Case. 60-28 is the Hope College lead. You see it on really any level of basketball, D3 all the way to D1 in the NCAA tournament. If you're a fan of the NCAA tournament and you watch, oh, there's this mid-major comes in, hits a bunch of threes, oh, they win, 2 rounds of games. So when you rely on it a certain way, it's probably something that can end up being a negative. But for Hope, it's such an anchor to their offense. It's their identity. So I think they'll shoot 23s regardless. A little bit different than the men's side of things. When I know when Mike and I have been on the call, we've been critical of times when they shoot 25 plus and they only make 6 or 7 of them. That becomes a little bit harder to defend.
Yeah, I mean, part of it's just knowing if it's in or out of character, in or out of makeup of your team, and it is the case here for the Flying Dutch. to believe, I wasn't there for the game, but just hard to believe that with how well they've played, and I think really how well they match up against this Albion team, that they lost the first time around.
Well, 29% from the field.
Yeah.
Tonight they're 44, and Albion has 19 turnovers, so it's a little bit of a different story. Hope had 14 turnovers in that game. They only have 7 today. Vis and one?
Oh.
No, travel.
Vis has shown range today from, able to score on the block, able to distribute, has hit a couple threes. Now we're going to see a kind of a long 2-3 active zone.
Something I know Morehouse has really liked to put in when he specifically, I've seen him do this with Stewart at the top of the key. He's one of the faster players they have and has the physicality. Here's DeSmit streaking. Almost gets it to go. When he puts in that 2-3 case, he likes to have Stewart just switch. Like just switch at the top.
Yeah.
Make things really hard on the ball handler because she can get to either player. I can tell it's really fun for her too, playing with so many good players. She's from Cement City, played at Western High School, small Michigan basketball. Scored a lot of points in high school, and now she's surrounded by a lot of good players. You can see the fun it is. DeSmit gets that one down.
Cement City, huh?
Can you find that on a map for me?
No.
We need Mike for his Michigan geography. I'm always asking him where stuff is. And then when we're playing Shrine, he asks me where everybody in Indiana is. He's like, yeah, it's by that cornfield next to the cornfield.
Next to the gas station.
Two shots here for Peyton Baker.
A real opportunity for Hope, and almost commonplace for them to host once they get into the Division III National Tournament. Now, a big part of that is them continuing to be one of the top seeds in the country, but paired really nicely with just such beautiful facilities here at Hope.
Yeah, I think they'll have a pretty good shot for it. I mean, you're a top 15 team. There's still a lot of games left to play, so things can happen. But here's a couple first minutes in here for Jillian Sorrell, the freshman from Grand Haven. That's Grayson Guy in as well. Sorrell, you're going to like her game, Case. See the scoring potential. She gets to the bucket really well. Here she is right now. Gives it up to Vis. Back to Sorrell. Top of the key, here's DeSmit now. Take a high ball screen from Guy. Nice pass, wrap around down.
Good movement. That's such good ball movement.
I like that element that Guy brings in too when she comes in and plays that third big with Blasey. A little more athletic, able to move really well. Smith disrupts the passing lane. But I see Hope having a really good chance to host, like we talked about. That would be March 6 and 7 here for the first round of the NCAA tournament. They got the seating as well as the facilities. I know that they put in for that bid. See, on the other hand, the men's team, they'll have to win the MIAA tournament to get in, and unlikely that they'll be a host. Guy gets the rebound. Sorrell fighting for it. Back to Guilford. In transition, here's Cook. Hits the two. One more possession, shot clock off here for Hope, up 32 as we wrap up the third quarter. Time expiring. Take a ball screen. DeSmit gives it up. Kick out, Petrolia. Desperation three. Wanted a foul. Doesn't get it. End of the third quarter, 64-32. Hope dominant through three. We'll be back with fourth quarter action after this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Justice Mims, Social Outreach Chair for Black Student Union. and I'm very excited to invite each and every one of you to the 2026 Black History Month Lecture. This is happening Tuesday, February 24th, 3:30 p.m. in the Jack Miller Concert Hall. And we are very excited to invite Dr. Derek Bynes, the assistant professor in the Department of Counseling at San Francisco State University. The lecture title is We All We Got, Self and Community Care Are More Than Just Buzzwords. This lecture is free and open to the public, and we were looking forward to celebrating Black History Month with each and every one of you.
Hope dominant here, 64-32. Men's team down 3 right now. As just like that, camera always finds Scott Vanderstoop. Every game, Case, like clockwork. And then he'll shoot a text out and he'll be like, why do you keep showing me?
The Scott cam?
The Scott cam.
Is that a thing?
Every home game. Those bright orange shoes kind of give it up, you know.
Right.
Into Guilford here. She'll play all of 37 minutes here tonight.
Well, I would say, I mean, you push the lead to 32, and again, just another quarter under your belt, 10 more minutes of doing a whole bunch of the right thing. Coach Morehouse takes it 22-point lead out of the half and grows it by 12 for the third quarter. Total domination, 64-32. Good cut.
Up and under. Anna Richards, that's really good right there.
It's unselfish. Right place, right play, right time.
So if you're also score checking on the men's side, Hope 10-2 in conference, tied with Olivet. Now, and that's Trine 9-3, Calvin 8-4. Calvin and Trine are both dominating their opponents, so we can put a win in their column for them. Hope in a tight battle with Albion, down 2 with 12:54 to play. So there's a three-pointer by Kalia Cook. So let's see what let's see what Olivet's doing. So here's Leah, gets her own board, stripped by Cook, nice strip. Going to Albion. Cook getting all the way to the bucket. Gives it up to Guilford, top of the key. To Skirka. Inside Cook, getting to the basket,
Cook
nice
5.
pass. Off the hands of Skirka will be Hope basketball.
Entering the lineup for the Rippers, number 25, and Hunt.
Trolley gives it up, gives it back to Maynard on the left side here. Nice stop and pop.
Oh, good touch.
Gets it in.
That's a little home court bounce, I think.
See the timeout will be taken. It's media timeout. We'll take a break here. Hope up 33 at home.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Hope with a commanding lead. Everything you want to see if you're Coach Morehouse and staff. Still got those starters in there.
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, you have to regardless of what's going on, obviously you want to protect against any bad luck that can happen, but you also have to prime your starting lineup to get ready for elimination basketball in the MIAA tournament and beyond. And sometimes that looks like just playing more minutes to get used to that, because that bench will be trimmed inevitably as February grows.
You think that, however, Coach Morehouse sometimes doesn't. He does go 10 deep. That's a nice shot. That was Guilford.
Good.
Maynard dribbles through it. Gives it up to Anna. Cross court. Here's Viss. Three-pointer. Another one. Viss has 18.
She's had a great game. She really has. 7 of 11. She's hit 2 threes.
Anna coast to coast. Too strong. Leah gets the board. Feels like Leah has 15 rebounds.
Yeah, she's...
What does she have? It says that she's only got 6. All the starters come out. That second team comes in.
That's well deserved. I mean, again, the majority of February, Hope had been in tight games, and this is a game that the margin that we see is not necessarily indicative of the gap in between these teams, first or second and third in the MIAA. But you talk about playing your best late in the season, or playing your best as you're rounding out into the conference tournament, and with 7 minutes to go here in the game, I think, it's going to be a great rewatch film session for these starters.
I agree with you, and you have to expect, Case, this is the most likely matchup for these teams next Friday.
Sure.
So with Saturday's game for Hope not mean anything, Albion just needs to win on Saturday. They have Adrian at home. They just have to win that game. Calvin's going to be done. They just won by 32. So Calvin, if Albion loses this one and then loses Saturday, then Calvin gets the 3. But if Albion ends up being the 3, you think you're going to get another crack at Hope, and you can start things up like you did the first time around, where you're turning them over a bunch more. You're able to put them into some bad situations with shooting and have another shot at it.
Man, too much power.
I kind of expected Hope was taking that loss very personally.
Sure.
So you can see the way they showed up in attack today.
Yeah, it definitely could be message sent, if these two teams see each other in a couple days.
Not a lot of free throws so far here, Case. Hope 8 of 9 from the line. Albion 6 of 6.
Coach Morehouse has 18 MIAA championships. That's more than he doesn't in 30 years of coaching. It's just insane. Simply one of the best to ever do it.
Just had his 400th win recently.
.400th win.
How about it? I could get started coaching tomorrow. I don't think I'd get to 400 ever. Give me 100 years.
Simulate to end. I don't think you can.
Wow, logo 3. Come on, Casey. Logo 3 from Molly McLeod, the freshman from Livonia. 28-footer.
And those are just MIAA wins, 400. I mean, he's...
Yeah, I remember when we celebrated 700. It's not going to be too long before we celebrate 800.
Yeah, right. Lauren Leach.
And he's young. I think he coaches 10 more years. Like 25 wins a season, 10 more years, like 250 more wins. He could be the all-time wins leader in all of sports, or I mean all of basketball, right?
I don't have it on hand, but there's not a lot of people in the 1,000 win club. That I do know.
substitution timeouts. Clock continues to run here. Or no, it does not running. I'm sorry. The top of the key. Smith gives it up to Stewart. Stewart going to work, eyes up. Gives it to Brunsberg, down to Guy. Guy has room to work with the left. She's going to get fouled on Guy. That one's against Alexis Trine. Floyd right side gives it up, three-pointer off the mark. That one taken by DJ Pinnell.
So Guilford and Truella combined for 4 points tonight, and they had combined for 40 in the first time around.
Big difference.
Yeah.
And that's the 36-point difference right now.
Yeah.
In this ball game. Hope up 34 here. In case DJ Pinnell, let's take a minute, a little tidbit here. Lawrence, she went to North Central High School. North Central is one of the biggest high schools in Indianapolis.
Sure.
Ever heard Eric Gordon, North Central grad?
Yeah, okay.
Eric Gordon, 2008, he played at IU, and obviously he's had a long career. I think he's retired now, right? North Central is it's basketball mecca there, man. I mean, a lot of really good men's and women's basketball players come out of there. Gordon, probably one of the biggest names in the NBA. Central Indiana, I don't get enough time on the broadcast to talk about all the great basketball that comes through Central Indiana. I could talk about that forever.
She's just a sophomore, so she'll obviously, as Albion, as her career goes on, going to get more and more minutes. And Albion's not going anywhere in the MIAA. They have plenty of youth as well, really well coached, and capable. They will be in the MIAA tournament. They'll have a chance. As much as you talk about this, the impact of this win for Hope if these two teams meet again soon, it's also an opportunity for Albion to use that as sort of jet fuel to say, we beat them once. They sort of, cleaned our clocks the second time around. But just showing that you belong and you do.
So a few more subs in here in case you like. Sydney Bode here, 6'3" freshman from Baldwin, Missouri. She had, I saw a stat. She has like 3 blocks a game in 6 minutes played. Yakey, 3-pointer, and that's Yakey in there. And then Morgan Miller comes in as well. I would love to see Bode find a way on the court next year. Probably have to get a little bit more physical, but the defense is really good.
Sure.
It's really good. And granted, she's playing against second teamers most of the time when she comes in. But I just see if she can get a little bit stronger, find a way to be more impactful on offense, the defense could play anywhere in the MIAA in my eyes. Just being around the rim. It frees up Leah too, where Leah could guard a 4 pretty easily. And you have Bo just in there as an anchor shot blocker for 10 minutes a game.
Yeah. 6'3" is, shot blocker.
6'3" is real size.
Shot altering.
There's Jillian Sorrell, left side. Bright future for her. I know we've talked about her a lot on the broadcast. Yakey gets the ball down to Morgan Miller. Here's McLeod going the other way.
So just one final home game after this one for the Flying Dutch. Their senior night. And definitely, while the seeding might not change, that's a game, the more that I think about it, a game, for the seniors, I think there's 3 rostered seniors. You always have some extra juice on those games.
I'm really curious too, Case, how much, if either of these teams come off the gas or how much they do so in that, since there isn't as much to play except for how much they hate each other. And when you have a game like that for Pride, you just hope that no injuries come into play.
Sure.
Granted that it's pretty likely they'll play each other a week from then, and that's the one that you need to win.
Look at that. I've liked the minutes that Guy has had too, real quick, is just getting in the mix. That's fighting for a rebound up 34 with 2 minutes to go and just actually crashing the glass. That goes a long way.
Yeah, she's earning playing time too. It's not just for this year, it's for next year. She's trying to find opportunities as much as she can. Guy has come off a pretty bad knee injury last year, so she's trying to find ways into that rotation as much as possible.
Good look.
Hands off by Skirka. There's Morgan Miller from Portland, Oregon, all the way across country for 2.
Good finish at the rim.
I wonder what I was going to say, Case, is for either Trine actually might still need that win, because in the event that they don't win the MIAA tournament, they're just team number 20.
Sure.
They want to host too. So in the event that they don't win the MIAA tournament, they should have enough to still make the NCAA, but they want to host. They want to be a top 16 seed for sure.
Yeah.
So I think they're playing for that. They need a quality win. That's really the only reason. They were absolutely dominant. Like I said, 48 points a game they've given up in MIAA play. In the non-con, they lost to 3 pretty average teams, and that's what's coming back to bite them. But they've rattled off, I think, 20 straight wins or something like that.
Yeah, 20 wins in a row. That'll grab some attention.
On the Hope men's side, they do take the lead, up 3 now with 8:19 to play. So as this game wraps up, advise you go to the live stream as there's a block by Sydney Bode, like clockwork. We advise you to hop on the Albion live stream so you can see the remaining balance of that game. 8 minutes left. Just that defense by Sydney Bode. You're going to want to see the end of that one. Hope up 3 with 8 minutes to play. Off misses. We'll stay with Albion. Inbounds, gives up to Skirka. Stripped. Fighting for the ball.
Players still trying to earn some things with 40 ticks to go.
Ashley Hawes, and sophomore from Lanesburg, home of the college men's coach, Coach Greg Mitchell, Lanesburg High School. State champion, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Lanesburg state champion. Like 2 possessions left here in this one. Hope up 36, Yakey. Gives it up to Morgan Miller, trying to get the ball down to Guy. Cross court, Lily Miller. Corner, Sydney Bode. McLeod. Stop, last shot here for Albion. Gonna dribble that out. Hope College wins this one and secures the number 2 seed in the MIAA tournament. Hope College over Albion, 80-44 in this one. Casey, I'm going to have you fill us in on some of the stats here. As Hope, 2nd seed, Albion still fighting for that 3rd seed, like we said. Calvin absolutely dominated Alma tonight. So Albion has to win on Saturday against Adrian for them to file into that 3rd seed. Otherwise, Hope could be seeing Calvin for a third time. One time with a pretty handle, a big handle on a 15-point victory. The next time an overtime win on the road. So Calvin would love another shot at Hope.
Yeah, an 80-44 finish for the Flying Dutch against Albion. Hope shoots 43% from the field. They hold Albion to 28%. They were 10 of 28 from 3, good for 36%. They hold the Britons to 4 of 23, a frustrating 4 of 23, under 20%. Neither team going to the line often, but it was Albion 7 of 10, Hope 8 of 9. Hope wins the Battle of the Glass, 42 rebounds to 34. And a big thing for the Flying Dutch was 16 offensive rebounds. We saw the majority of those happen in the first half, and it was what helped build a lead for Coach Morehouse's bunch. Bench points, 17-11 for Hope. Hope forced 23 Britain turnovers, and they protected the ball pretty well, just 10 turnovers for Hope. And then another thing that we talked about, and the last thing would be, I'll give you this, 38 points in the paint to 20, and then second chance points. Hope, when they did rebound offensively, oftentimes another look to score 15 points off of second chance opportunities. And then we can take a peek here at the individual stats for the Flying Dutch. It was Richards, the Richards tandem goes for 15 for Anna and 12 for Leah on 6 of 9 shooting and 3 of 9 shooting. 18 points for Sydney Viss on 8 of 12 from the field. She hit 2 triples. She also added a handful of rebounds. Petrulia had 12 points and Maynard with 6 points. It was 3 points for Brunsberg, and Blasey and Leach each have a basket, as well as Miller. So that should round out the 80-ish. Was it 80, 82 points for the Flying Dutch?
80 points.
I'd like them to 21-3 on the season, and one more game left. As we've said a handful of times, they'll host Trine. But Coach Morehouse nearly putting a cap on what is another 90-plus win percentage season, one of the best to ever do it.
So we'll be back here on the broadcast. That one will be Lucas Shelton, and Mike Coleman will be back here at 3 p.m. on Saturday for Hope hosting Trine. You're going to want to tune in right now at the Albion broadcast. Hope up 3 right now. 5-point lead with 6 to play. So turn on that game to finish that one out. That's what I'm about to go do. So we'll see you on Saturday. Thanks again for tuning in to the Anchor Network.